Howdy, I'm Carrie and this is This Quiet Life. I'm so glad you've joined me today. Just a quick intro to this video. I have finally gotten the entire garden planted, and so you're going to see planting and some weed barrier being put down, and I can't remember what was in last week's video, and so I'm not sure what's all going to be in this video, but we have finished planting. And so I'm excited about that, and now we get to do some cleanup and just maintain the plants as they grow. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. So I used my boards and torched holes in, and I'm in my swimsuit because it's been really hot, and I got in the pool before I came out here so I could keep it cool. Okay, so you might have saw me pulling off leaves, and I may go ahead and pull these off. Maybe not. So I'm gonna plant it clear up to here. Do you want to plant tomatoes really deep? The whole stem will root out if given the chance, but all those little hairs on there, I don't know if you can see those, all those little hairs, they will become roots. So, get this hole dug. Okay. I'm just going to take off a chunk. There's not a whole lot of roots in there, so I'm not going to worry about it. And I did get it a little bit deeper than I wanted. So I think I will go ahead and pull those off. So on a tomato, you can pull leaves off from the bottom, but not the top. A pepper you can pull off from the top, and it will make it bush out. But a tomato needs its top, so don't pull its top off. Okay. Now this guy has blooms on him. So you can see that. Blooms. And I'm going to pull them off because I don't want it to bloom until I get it, till it roots well in the ground. Oh, and this is the Costaludo something or other, and it got way bigger than all the rest, so it's not going to get planted. It's going to still be tall even with getting planted fairly deep. And it doesn't want to stand up on its own. That's as deep as we're going. And this probably has, okay, so it's root bound. So when I was showing you on the, here in my face, when I was showing you on the eggplant, and the angle wasn't great, but you can see here, this one is pretty root bound because all the roots around it. So I'm gonna open up that bottom real good, so it's real wide like that. Try not to snap the tomato in half, and put it down in the hole, and then I'm gonna fill it back up with all the dirt I pulled out. And this guy is tall, you can see that. So I'm gonna start tying him to the trellis. And I use a plant tie tape. And I was just thinking, last year I ran out, and when I sent Lance to get some for me, they didn't have any. So he bought some caution tape instead, which worked great, but I had red running throughout, and tomatoes are red, so it was hard to sometimes tell where the tomatoes were. Okay, this guy is super tall too, and this, I don't know what it is. It's a mystery tomato. For whatever reason, it didn't get marked. So we're gonna pull off, I think I'll pull that one off too. And then we're gonna dig out the hole. And this may be the Costaludo also, but we'll find out when it starts producing. I may pull a few more of these So I like to have just a single stem, but then let the suckers grow. Okay, I'll run over and grab that one. And right here, I'm gonna show you what it looked like when I had to fix it when it first broke off. So I had this big tomato plant that got started a little bit earlier than I would have started tomatoes. And I'm moving everything out to harden it off. And this tomato plant, the wind knocked it over and broke its stem off. And so I grabbed it and pulled off all the bottom leaves and stuck the stem in a pot. So you can see I have a pot inside a pot, so I can water it. So I threw it in there and stuck it right down in soil with those. And so a tomato stem will reroot. So right now it's looking kind of pitiful because of the trauma it's been through. But tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow I'll grab some video and show you what it looks like. But it should survive. It's going to be smaller than it was, obviously, but it should survive. Our last tomato plant, and this is what it looks like. It looks pretty good considering what it looked like just a minute ago. I didn't know if it was going to make it, but it is. So, but my pot is a lot bigger than my hole. So we're going to have to figure this out. But let's start with digging our hole. Oh, where did I put my gloves? Last tomato. And this is actually the last plant that needs planting. Everything else from here on is seeds. With cucumbers and squash and green beans and some lettuce, since the lettuce failed, and spinach because it failed also. So, let's see. Well, I think I'm going to pull off this side one. So we've got a single stem here. Pull this off and this, and see, I still have my top. Flip it over. Woo. And then we're gonna see, there's the stem and it rooted out for me. We're gonna pop that down in there. Okay, tomatoes are planted and I'm a little bit messy. I tried to get all the dirt off my face, but don't know that I did that. So let me show you what we've got planted, and then that will help me remember, and then you know what we have. Okay, so I tried to plant these somewhat in numerical order, kind of. So this row, closest to the onions, is actually all San Marzanos. You can see my list. And so it is actually number 5. But because they're all the same, I planted them all together on that row. And then over here, and tomorrow night I'll come out here and clean up this mess. But for tonight, this is how it's gonna be. So then we have, I started here and went 1, 2, 3, 20. So that is an Amish paste, which is Dan's tomatoes. Because my friend Dan gave me the seeds. and then a beefsteak, a Cherokee purple, and then closest to the neighbor's yard is number 20, which is a solar flare. And then on this row, we have 21, 22, 23, and a mystery tomato, because I forgot to label that one. So that is Dr. Witchy's, a white tomasol, a Costaludo something or other. I forgot to write it on the list, and so I keep forgetting what that second word is. And then the mystery tomato, so we'll find out what that is. And then over here is a 4, which is Brad's. So here's Brad's, and then a Sweetie and a Sun Gold, and then the one the neighbors, what the neighbor was given. So I tried, and that one that the neighbor was given was a cherry. So all of those are cherry or grape tomatoes. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have an amazing day.